Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live Stream. We hope y'all had a great week. I did. Um, Got to say one thing before we get off of the rail. Uh, how about them dogs?
How about them dogs? Sick 'em. Whoo, whoo, whoo.
Yeah, I beat Daniel to the punch. He's over there hollering about 1 minute. Let's go, and I'm already live. So, Kyle, how's it going, buddy?
It's going, brother. Been a rough week. Everybody trying to take care of everybody else, and we all appreciate that. It's been a rough and busy week, and I'm glad to spend a little bit of time with all y'all, and let's see what happens.
Well, let's see about it then. CW, how you doing, buddy?
Doing okay.
Good. We want to welcome in Mr. Moled's Better. Honored to have him with us tonight. And the honorable gentleman, Mr. Kingpin, the king of all the pins. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. So, we got a bunch of people going live and a bunch of stuff going on. We do have some bad news we probably need to talk about. Fuzz is right out the gate. I talked to Willie late last night. Absolutely, Jason. Let's get that up there. He's having trouble. I can't connect with him. It's like I call him or he can call me, and he can. I can hear him fine, but he can't hear me, and I don't know if it's those headphones he's trying to use. But Willie's pretty sick. He's in the hospital, and he does have COVID, and he does have pneumonia. They're testing him for other things as well, but I just ask you guys to keep Willie in your prayers. We also, those of you that don't know, if you know Marcus Welby, you know he's been fighting cancer, and he lost that battle earlier this week. And Scotsman put a video out about that, made him a flyer, and so did Pop's Quest. So our heart goes out to their family. And so,
James Pollard had a house fire.
oh no,
I'm seeing that too. Huh. 6-shooter, you got any more details on that, or what happened, or how bad it was?
it's that time of year, man. G23 saying that his wife lost her hearing mostly since she got sick. I hope that rectifies itself, G. So we got a good crowd out there already, y'all. Thanks for joining us tonight. And Tactical Fud, I could not agree with you more.
Sure does. It's an awful thing. There's Mr. Irby.
Yeah, I would say it a different way, but not on this platform.
Right. We're all thinking the same thing, Kyle.
Wow. Charlie, thanks for being here, buddy.
I didn't know that. I didn't see the video. Very sorry. Jesus.
Thanks, Big Al. So what did we do gun related? Anything this week? Hey,
Move the
Charles,
reloading bench.
how's that going, man?
It's outside.
CW moved his powder coat oven.
I did. And I'm going to fix that next chance I get. I took some measurements today, and I'm building a shelf for that bugger. I'm going to drill a couple pockets for the feet to sit in so that can't slide off. It's so light. It's moved around a lot on me, and I usually am real careful with it, but I couldn't get the hot hand thing there underneath that to hold it, and it was kept sliding, and I was resting it half in and half out, and then I was stuck. And, it's 400 degrees. You can't just touch it.
Right. Yeah, you're right. They're so lightweight, and then you've got 5 pounds of lead, in one hand, or 6, or however many. You had a bunch on that plate, and I could see where you get a little bit of leverage going, and over she came. Man, I closed my eyes. I saw it start to go, and go. I don't want.
There's Mr. Pollard.
Is he there?
He is.
There he is. And there's Marvin too.
Ozark Spirits here.
Yeah. Ozark, I'm doing just fine. Everything's great. Well, I won't say great, but
Acceptable.
Everything is acceptable. There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Junkie, and Mr. Pollard. We hope y'all are okay, man. If you need anything, let us know. We can do anything for you.
So if you haven't seen the video, it's over on Rumble. I had some of those Lee 155 grain 30 calibers on a silicone ice cube tray, and when I pulled them out of the oven, I have to position my hot mitt just right to be able to hold them, and it wouldn't cooperate. And I pulled a little bit without lifting, and the whole oven came off the top and fell, and all the bullets went all over the place. Hot powder coated bullets. So I made a mess, and I left it on a video. I left it in. I let it go. I put it right out. I said, "Let me show it how it really works, how it really is." So, but I only lost about, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 bullets that were no good. So it was okay.
That was a very sexy gray powder coat that you got.
Isn't that nice? That's from John's Hand Loading. He sent that to a number of people, and I'm liking it quite a bit. I've got that hammered white, which is a little bit lighter than that. Then I've got that one, and then I've got a slate gray. I forget what it's actually called, but it's darker. So it's really nice. I got a light, a medium, and a dark gray, and they're all really nice. And it coats nice and thin too. Those were gas check bullets, and the gas checks went on no problem.
Did you get that chrome stuff yet?
They just announced today that it shipped, so they must be a little slow.
They must be, because when I ordered mine, they shipped it like that afternoon, and I had it in 4 days or something. They shipped it fast, so maybe the word's out and they're just
posted it there. So when did you do it? Maybe Sunday you posted that?
Yeah.
So it's been almost 5 days, and they shipped it. So I'll get it when I get it.
Yeah.
Man, I hate to tell you all this, but I'll start watching one of y'all's videos, and then wife starts yelling at me to do something.
Stop. I don't think that's happening.
I wish we could give everybody that's watching right now some prize.
Used ones. Oh, love you, Marvin.
Hey, Michael.
Hey.
I got 2 big bags of number 2 shot from Michael Hurtneck. So me and him made a deal, and I'm going to be sending him out some Ingatize lead this coming week to pay him back for that. And
I just want to know what I can do to pay him back for what he sent me. If you'll hand me my pipe over there.
yeah, I spent some time with John's hand loading on AR Guns live stream last night. He's a good dude, y'all. I mean, I really enjoyed spending time with him.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, and I didn't know anything about him, and then I was over there last night too, and picked up on his channel and went over and subscribed. He's got some good content. He's a good guy.
Yeah, we had texting today back and forth for about better part of an hour, and I haven't watched that live stream yet. I gotta watch that. I'm a busy day today.
Me too. Y'all want to hear about my day before I run down the side chat and say hello to everybody? AR, you have an invite if you would like to join us. So I get up at the regular time, 5:30, and actually I slept late. I didn't get up when the alarm clock went off. So finally, 10 minutes to 6, wife's, I've been trying to get you up for 10 minutes. Y'all don't have that problem, do you? So anyway, I get up, I walk my dog, and get in the shower, get my coffee down, get out, and go to work. Get there my regular time, right around 7:30. I'm the only one there. So yeah, they had sent out a text and a phone call and an email telling us that the schools were closed. Well, I work at the central office, so they didn't say anything about them, but it said schools are closed. Yeah, I know, Tex. I know. Let's put this up there. Yeah, but yeah, it was so funny. I couldn't help but tell it. So I show up and nobody else is there, and they're laughing at me. Hey, hi boy, what's going on? I started to send you a link too tonight. I still can if you want to. Don't come in. Scotsman has a link too, but I ain't seen or heard. I talked to him early this morning, so
You're so needy.
yeah, we So I turn around and come home and went about hauling off the garbage, and then got working on the wood pile and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, see, Ozark forever. It was like when they put an announcement on, like a snow day. You remember, we always heard this. The schools are closed, but 12-month employees are to report as usual, you know. And so I lived that life for 28 years. And then they changed everybody to quote unquote 230-day employees. So basically, what that means is we're taking 8 of your vacation days. I was up over 20 years, so I got 20 vacation days a year, which that's 4 weeks of vacation. Yeah, so garage guy, that's what they're telling us. That's what they're saying. But I think they're backing off of it a little bit at this point, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Typically, what happens in Georgia is if they predict snow, you don't get any. And if they say there's a slight chance, then we get like to the knee in 93.
Yeah, foot.
Yeah. My daughter was telling me the last time we had a an appreciable snow here in Georgia, it was when she was pregnant with Rigby, and that would have been 2014, 2015. She was born in August, so I'm assuming it would have been like January, February of 2015. Yeah, I bet, man. Y'all further north than we are. AR, I love the snow too, man. It's like a we shut down here. Man's got to know his limitations. We shut everything down in Georgia when it snows.
No, a man's got to know the general public's limitations.
I stay off the roads if it snows. We don't get much snow here. I have to go clear over to the Sierra if I want to see snow. Oh, we got some 8,000-foot peaks 80 miles from here as the crow flies, but I stay away from the white stuff.
Oh, you get a quarter inch here in Georgia, people just lose their mind.
Everybody says we can't drive in the snow. Well, we don't get just snow. It's like we get a layer of ice, then we get snow on top of that. It turns the whole thing into a roller rink.
Which is what's coming.
It is.
So
hey, Mr. High Boy,
we're gonna just prep up for a day or two and stay home if it gets stupid. If I can back out of the driveway, I can make it work. As long as there's not stupid people in the way.
mm-hmm.
You know, if you can't drive, get out of the way. If it's ice, I'm not even trying it because I'm gonna slide all the way down the hill.
Yep.
I ain't even trying it. I got a month of vacation that started in January, so I'll take a day.
There you go.
Yeah, Ozark says, and that's what happens. You go to the store, and the stores are going to be out of milk and bread, but since COVID, they're out of everything anyway. So apparently, Southern people really like milk sandwiches when it snows.
Good thing is, I don't like milk sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'm going down there for beer and cigarettes.
Well, I'm intending on making some venison stew tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Angel's trying to talk me into making a 7-quart pot of chili.
7 quart. Yeah, that'll last you a day or two.
Oh yeah. Make some cornbread and that's 5 days right there.
My screen says that Kingpin's muted.
Yeah.
I believe so.
There?
Yeah, I keep my mute button on
Oh,
unless
there
I'm
you go.
talking.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
I might even make a YouTube video on making chili.
I'd watch that.
Because I do it a little different than everybody else. I throw a Texas twist in it and all that. And a non-Texas twist. I use beans, but I also use green chilies.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, do it, man. Do it and make a video. Video in a while.
There's a video idea.
So, High Boy and Tex, y'all can be here about 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll have some venison stew. I got some tomatoes and potatoes and some carrots and I forgot to go through the side chat. No, I didn't forget. I just ain't got to it yet. Wow. Dang, man.
So what time tomorrow?
About 5:30. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I felt it. I mean, that shook up the house. Okay, so we got Ozark Spirit G23 CW Longshot is in the panel. GGW Reloading 76 Highboy Reloading Uncle John Big Al New Tex I Can Corners and Doors Making Me Hungry. Welcome in, buddy. Fuzzy Fork 8 Andy 79Z28 Ozark Spirit, Michael Hurtneck, Papa's Place,
If you
Big Al, G23 Critter 9A,
close.
John's Hand Loading, Mark Thomas, Daniel God is my judge, Uncle John, GGW again, Reloader 762 Ram 4x4. Ozark Spirit, Andy, Alaska 1 Andy, I'm sorry. Broke Loader. Ram 4x4. Walter Bunning is in the panel too. And we're going to talk about 4440 in a minute.
Walter's here.
I know y'all can hear that.
He's over there somewhere.
John's Hand Loading, Papa's Place again. AR Gun 1776. Uncle Milty, what's happening, man? I wonder, does anybody know Uncle Milty? I'll tell
He's
you.
over on High Boys.
Yeah, he's on High Boy. We met him, got pictures and everything the other day.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Uncle Milty from
way back.
way back.
Way back, yeah.
I
I know who he is.
I got a MCK's out there. Kingpin is on the panel. Garage Guy 879. Ram 4x4 01 guy. MCK. And I think I'm repeating myself. There's Edward Petty. Corners and Doors again. Mainly Subsonic. There's that Walter Bunning dude again. He's all right. Tacos and French fries. I knew I'd find somebody else if I kept going back. And I can go back forever. Timothy Burkett. And
JCM. Tim S is here too.
JCM 45 was I ain't got him yet. We got Bald and Curious as well. Mark Thomas. I hadn't said him yet. Wow, man. Yeah. Lead Bullet Junkie. Woo-wee. Thank all y'all for coming in here. Walks Fletcher. Almost didn't see him. Charles Irby's out there. Tim S. I said Papa's Place, didn't I? So I think I'm back almost to the beginning.
Chris from the 740s here.
Hey, Chris. 6-shooter Texan. Kyle.
Harold Farmer.
Tactical Fudd. I love that name. I love that handle. That's pretty good. New Tex I Can. Did I say him? And I'm back to the beginning. So let me go. Bang. There's Harold Farmer. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, Uncle Milty was the affectionate term we referred to Milton Berle.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember him.
All you kids, you go in your parents' wallet and you get those little dollars there and you put them in, you send them into me.
Right.
Or you get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Oh
Thanks,
my
Ram 4x4. So one of my favorite skits he did, Guy holds him up, pulls a gun on him, says, "Your money or your life?" And he goes like this. And the guy said, "Didn't you hear me? I said, your money or your life." He said, "I'm thinking it over." Yeah, that's
Old
how,
Milton Berle.
yeah, they would. He was known as being a tightwad. So yeah,
There's a lot of people in the side chat don't know who that is, and that's a shame.
I can't even remember how long ago it was when he passed. He's been gone quite a while.
yeah, he had.
Yeah.
But that was back in the days of black and white TV, and when
Yep.
a comedian could make you
Yep.
laugh without taking you into the bathroom. And
Exactly.
There's something that I had.
And he had a good knack for doing
Yeah, he did that good. Yep, he was funny.
But he didn't. When he dressed up as a woman, it wasn't like it is nowadays. Can I say
No.
that? I can't say that.
It was comedy.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so politically incorrect. Sorry, guys. I'll straighten up. Mark Thomas said 2002.
Okay, so 20 years ago almost, huh? Yeah.
March of 2002. Wow, man.
Wow. Oh, Andy. Oh, my goodness.
There's
Bringing up
Ocean.
Red Skelton.
Oh yeah, Red Skelton was another great one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all something y'all may not know about Red Skelton. There's KFW. What's going on, buddy? Thank you. We appreciate that. Red Skelton was quite the musician, and I bet you New Texarkana knows this. I hope he'll back me up, but he composed and conducted most of the music that was on his show. And one of his favorite pieces that he wrote was Reds, White, and Blue. It's a patriotic march. It's in two. So, yeah.
Yep.
I really like that one. We can't repeat Don Rickles on this channel. Uncle John. So,
Oh, Lord. Well, we
That
could,
man-
but we're probably on a 60-day ban or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, he was
Holy
not
good-
politically correct back in the day either. So,
No.
golly, he was the king of the one-liners.
Yep.
Are you kidding me, Tex? I had no idea. I knew he was a composer, but I didn't know that.
Holy cow.
Wow. I didn't know that either.
Warsaw
64.
Patriots here.
Hey, Warsaw, what's up, my brother? So Ocean kind of snuck in the side door on us, y'all.
Yeah, he did.
He was lurking.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So I wanted to show. I know that Walter's starting a series on 4440, and I wanted to show him some of these old cartridges I found. Let me see if I can make this. You can see that they're oxidized. They're very old, and it says on the bottom. I don't know if y'all can. No, you ain't gonna be able to read that with my camera, but it says Western 4440.
Mm-hmm.
So that would tell me these were made by Winchester
Yeah.
back in the day. And if you take a good look at those, and why I can understand why some people would say those are not bottleneck. It looks like they're crimped down here.
Yeah, it's a very slight bottleneck, but it's there.
It
You know
is.
what that is for there, Jamie?
What?
That what you call a crimp.
Yeah.
That's how they used to control setback because the cases are so thin. They didn't do it just with a crimp. So that's
Okay.
what makes it a bullet because they're in a lever action and a pump.
Okay. I found some more. Y'all might find this interesting too. So this is a 4440. And I can't even read what this one is. I might have to clean that up to be able to read it, but I'm going to show it to you. All right, so this is 4440. What is this one?
34 Russian.
It might be. I can't quite. It's hard to
Yeah, I
see.
can't. Looks like a Russian.
It says 44 Smith & Wesson Special.
Yeah, it's a 44 special.
okay.
In
Let me get this.
It's a balloon head case. I didn't recognize it. Not many of those made.
Let me see if I can get them with some forceps. Right, and it flopped. Yeah, that one's very rounded on the bottom. Can you tell any difference?
Up higher. Here you go.
my screen on my iPad's not big enough, but you know, the 4440 obviously, you know, has that little bottleneck in it. And then you got different rim.
They're very similar.
Balloon head case makes it look funny.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
There's no rim cut on the balloon heads.
Yeah. Well, the 4440 case is almost identical in length to a 44 Magnum case. Yep. And real similar, but obviously narrower than a 45 Colt. But as far as length of the case goes, they're similar.
Well, let me do this again. See if I can point out some differences. You can see that the 4440 is got the bottleneck. It's the semi-jacketed soft point.
Soft point, yeah.
But you can also see right there that the case goes up a good bit higher than on
than on that special. Mm-hmm.
But they both have that little extra crimp at the bottom of the bullet, like CW was talking about.
Right.
Well, the special is that's not the same on that one. That bullet's not that long.
Yeah, I kind of got that because so much of it is protruding out of the case.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
you can kind of see where the base of the case is on that.
Yep.
So that other ring there, I'm not sure why they stick that in there, but.
And I would probably bet that one's not a smaller diameter. I believe that's a straight wall. But you would think that about the 4440 too if you didn't know better. Let's see if I can clean this one up, and I'm gonna get me off of here while we're doing that.
Yeah, the diameters of the firearms and the cartridges have changed over the years. You know, back when they were 427, you know, and they could be plus or minus all over the place, and they seem to have standardized at a 429 groove diameter for the bores of the more modern, if you want to call them that, firearms that are being made today in 4440. You know, it's that mold that I got. There's a Lyman mold. It's a 427-098 mold, and I had to cast the bullets a little harder than what I would have liked to fatten them up just a little bit. But this new one I've got is a 430, which is kind of fat, you know. And I think the idea behind going away from the 427 was so that you could use your projectiles from, you know, for 44 projectiles, in a 44-40 as well as a 44 special and Magnum and so on. But this particular one that I got, they overshot it a little bit. Now my rifle, my 44 rifle, I shoot that, or 44-40 rifle, I shoot all kinds of my 44 caliber bullets through that thing without having to change the size on them. I shoot the same bullet there, size the same way as I do for my 44 revolvers.
I had a couple Marlins, and they were 429, 430 bores too.
When you guys talk about bullet setback, you're talking about the same bullet setback that you would have with, say, your carry gun. You're going to rack the round into the chamber. You usually rack the same round in the chamber a million times before you get rid of it, and it sets the bullet down in the casing, right?
Yeah.
So do you find as reloaders that you can minimize bullet setback by hand loading as opposed to factory, or is it the same thing regardless, that pressure going into the chamber is going to set it back after you've done it 50 times?
It's the same. You, as a hand loader, you can do extra things, but like you could crimp a case the way they used to do on some of those old thin cartridges, like we were talking about with the 4440. If you get a Corbin tool, you can rotate that and make yourself a crimp at the base of the bullet inside the case. But most people don't play with it. It's not really a big issue. You know what happens, so you just rotate the bullets, or you shoot them off, or you set them aside, or whatever.
Right. And with this 44-40, you're talking about a revolver or a long gun. And so it's not like you're racking them in and out, all the time. They go in the cylinder and they stay put until you get ready to shoot them. So there's not going to be much of that going on. Can happen, I guess, in the long guns, particularly one like that original Henry that I've got. That's a 24-inch barrel with a tubular magazine in it. And if you stand that thing up on its butt and drop the rounds in, that's a long fall under gravity for those first few bullets, and they can encounter quite a bit of compressional force on the first bullets that went into that tube. So they always recommend with those guys that you don't load them that way. You take that rifle and hold it off at an angle, and easily slide your rounds in. But other than that, I don't think it's an issue with that particular caliber anyway. So,
all right, I got another one for y'all. Y'all gonna hate me, aren't you? Oh, one guy.
Oh, one guy. Yeah, that'll do it. You get yourself a set of dies that you don't have any firearms for. Then you need to go buy the firearm and the bullet molds.
But I'm here to tell you, man, you'll like 35 Remington. I'm kind of looking for something a little bigger, like maybe 35 Whelan, however you pronounce it. Okay, check this out now. Again, let me get this large again. Okay. All right, we got 4440 and the 44 special. Where am I at? It's back. Okay. And I'm gonna leave the 4440 up there and do this. What is that one? And it's made by a company I don't know. And I'll tell you, I'll
Is
read
it a 44 caliber?
It
Looks
is.
like it. That's about the case size of a 44 Russian.
And it may be, but that's not what's written on the bottom of it.
Okay.
I'll read it to you. I have to get my magnifying glass out again. It says, "44 S&W R So either that means it's a 44 Smith and Wesson rimmed, or it's a 44 Smith and Wesson Russian.
It's the Russian. Smith and Wesson developed the 44 Russian cartridge for the Russians. The previous 44 calibers that they were shooting was a externally lubed heeled bullet, and their army didn't like it. Smith and Wesson was either had just or was getting ready to sell them a whole bunch of Model 3s, the brake tops. And the Russians said, "Nah, we don't want that 44 American cartridge because it's going to get dirty and full of grit and grime in the trenches. Can't you make us one that's internally lubricated?" And Smith and Wesson said, "Yeah, we can probably do that." And so that's when they came up with the 44 Russian cartridge. And that's partly why our 44 caliber bullets, aren't, the bullet itself is not 44 caliber anymore. It's 429 or 430 caliber. And it's because they had to make the bullet smaller to fit in that same size case and be an internally lubricated bullet without that heel on it.
There you go, Walks. Good stuff. And you've loaded 44 Russian. I'm going to measure this piece of brass right here.
Yeah.
And y'all can tell me, oh man, y'all ain't going to believe this. That case, from the bottom of the rim to where the bullet starts, is exactly 1 inch. No, it's 970. I was on the lip of the bullet.
Yep, that sounds better.
Yeah. 0.970 or 695, whatever. So, yeah.
It's a good cartridge to load if you're like me and don't want to blow your hands all apart because they hurt before you even pull the trigger the first time with arthritis. You're going to load a light. You're going to load a light load. You might as well get good case capacity efficiency and use a shorter case. So I shoot quite a few of those. Got to clean your cylinder more often.
Yeah, I like the size of that.
What's the significance of why was it the case being an exact inch a big deal?
Because
yeah. Go ahead, James.
I've just never seen anything work out. The closest thing I know that works out to a round number like that.
458 American, 458 2-inch.
Say that again.
458 American is a 458 2-inch. It's 2 inches long.
Not familiar with that one, but 223 is what, 1.75 trimmed is the max length. After that, you have to trim it.
So with just the randomness of it being exactly 1 inch is all, and that was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big E skeeter loads. Did Skeeter tear up as many firearms as some of the other guys?
Well, he blew a few up for sure. Entertaining reading.
I bet.
He's got a couple of books that are really entertaining.
Yeah, a skeeter load might be a little heavy for some of the really earlier firearms. A 240 or 250 grain bullet over 7.5 grains of unique is what we call a skeeter load. But they're not really all that hot. If you go shoot it in, something like a Ruger or something, you don't really notice, or it doesn't feel hot to me. But it's up there, but it's not excessive.
There's JCM 45. I also found these in there. They're pretty neat looking. They're so old. And this is just a 45 ACP. And then check out this old 9mm. See how cool that looks? That copper is just,
Yeah.
it just got really good patina on it. But see, it's got that rim, that little line on it too, y'all.
Mhm.
And a couple more good fun things. Let me do this again, and I'll leave y'all alone. All y'all know what that is. That is a.
Six.
Can you see that? You can't see that. It says LC 43. So that would be
1943 Lake City, 3006.
it's a 30-06 for the M1 Grand ball, full metal jacket, obviously. And then this one right here is even more cool than this one. And the reason it is because it says WRACO 17. And it has been drilled out to get the powder out of it. And it has been fired. There's a dimple on the primer, so obviously this was a misfire. And I can shake it and hear stuff moving in there. Have no clue what it is. But anyway, that's part of what I've been just going through old stuff.
You ever seen some of the Australian rounds? They call them kangaroo bullets.
No.
They're very long and skinny. All different calibers.
For the
very,
306?
They mostly were small. They had a lot of 25s and 30s and 32s, but they're very, very long, 3-4 inches long. Very, very, very long. I took a 22 Hornet and stretched it like twice its length.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of them. I got a number of them in my collection. They're pretty neat. Yeah, there you go, John. It's a demilled cartridge.
I wonder what's inside it shaking around.
Spiders.
Well, I don't like. What does WRACO mean? I know CO means company. WRA.
Is that on the head stamp?
It is.
Huh.
WRA is associated with Winchester, but I forget what the Western.
I got it. Winchester Repeating Arms Company.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
How did we not know that?
We got too much stuff running around in your brain. There's just not a whole lot of room for stuff anymore.
I know.
Yeah, Andy got it.
Yeah, Charlie, that's what Charles said. Yeah. KFW got it.
Yep.
And KFW, I know it's been a long time, man, but that flashlight you sent me, man, I could spotlight deer with that thing. That thing is absolutely awesome. And I liked it so much that for Christmas, I bought 3 of the smaller ones for my boys for Christmas. So my son got the smaller version, and son D got one, and then my soon-to-be son-in-law got one. So yeah, so it's unanimous. There's Mr. Hester. What's up, Rebel? 2536 Marlin. I think that's 35. 25.
Nope, it's 36. It goes back to some of the stuff I was talking about last week with Marlin and Winchester feuding. One wouldn't put the other name of the other person's cartridge on their guns, so they named them differently.
No, yeah, that's how the 4440 got converted from 44 WCF because the Remington and who else was making that cartridge? I can't remember now. Didn't want to give Winchester any credit for it, so
Yep.
they wouldn't put 44 WCF on it. And then ultimately, of course, Winchester ripped the name anyway and started manufacturing their ammo as 4440. But Winchester and Remington had actually collaborated on the development of that cartridge. But
Yeah, Marlin was the bigger fighter with Winchester.
Yeah. Congratulations, John. Hey, they're going to release a Rona Ranger rifle.
last week, across multiple aftermarket parts, yeah, not feared by politicians.
I hear you, Uncle John. Marlin was especially bad. They renamed 30 WCF to 3030. So that's how bad it was. You know, I mean, there's Ozark back ready for. He's settling in for the evening. So yeah, there's that. So you have Walter, you have not shot your 4440.
Going to shoot it for the first time tomorrow.
The
I
handgun.
just brought that thing home on Monday, and so all this week I've been working on getting some bullets cast for it, and I had to get the measurements done, slug to barrel, and that kind of stuff. So, you know, get it cleaned up. So I really haven't done anything at the range with it, but I'm going to take some rounds that I've already got made up for the rifle and to the range tomorrow and dust it a little bit.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And the reason I ask is, how's the recoil on that? Is it as bad as 44 Magnum or?
No, it can't be. That rifle, it's like shooting a 22 almost. I mean, of course, the rifle weighs over 9 pounds. I mean, it's heavy, but you take that to the range. If you can hold it up long enough to shoot a tube full of them, you know, I mean, that's the one, you know, that they said you load on Sunday and shoot it all week. So it holds a bunch and it's heavy, but there's not much recoil on that one. And we're only talking about between 800 and 900 feet per second velocity out of, you know, the revolver with a 200 grain bullet. So, I mean, it's not going to be a whole lot. And I'm not going to load them to 900. I'm going to load mine at around 800 feet per second. The Lyman book for the Lyman mold that I have, their recommended most accurate load was with some 700X at right around 800 feet per second. So that's where I'm going to start with that one. JCM 45, Walter, what do you use to slug your barrels? Lead. Actually, JCM, I'm going to have a couple of video clips of me slugging the barrel of this revolver. It's not something that's normally necessary or recommended, but somebody, and it might have been you, had asked for it at one point. So I did slug it, partly because the cylinder throats were so, you know, turned out to be so big on that firearm. I wanted to know what the barrel was. But you use a real soft lead. And there's a number of different ways you can do it. There's a company called Meister Bullets that makes a kit. They're a little bit expensive, but they send you a whole bunch of soft bullets in caliber of varying sizes. And they send you a kit that's enough to do several firearms. And you start with one that you think is about right or maybe a little bit too small. And you drive that through and look at the engraving. And if it looks like it's not fully engraved, you go up the next one. They're in increments of 1,000. And so, but that's basically what you do. You can make your own slugs to run through there. You know, you can take a case that's approximately the correct size and just, you know, hand pour some lead into it, hot lead, and make a slug that's about the right size. Or you can take a bullet that you've cast out of soft lead. You don't want to use anything harder than pure lead for it. And you know, if you know that it's a little bit too big for that barrel, you can use that and drive it through and then just measure, you know, across the grooves when it comes out. But it's basically taking some wood dowel or a Delrin rod or something like that. You don't use anything metallic to do it, and just tap them through. Sometimes it's harder than sometimes it's hard on the revolver. It's hard on all the firearms. You know, you don't want to do it if you don't have to.
You can use black powder balls.
Right.
They're usually pure lead of the right diameter.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of guys use. If you don't want to mess around trying to cast something, you can. Well, if you're using black powder balls, you probably cast those anyway. But yeah, so there are a number of different options.
Soft lead is the key. Otherwise, you're not going to hurt anything, but you're going to have a lot of work if you use a hard lead.
Yeah.
Plus, it's not going to obturate as nicely and fill as nicely.
Right. And you know, you got to brace that firearm one way or the other. You know, I don't think you want to put it into a vise. So you got to pad it, and you're going to stand it up and knock it through it. Like I said, it can just be hard on them.
I started using fishing sinkers. What I use is what I call worm weights for plastic worms. You know, kind of a bullet shape with a
slip sinkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful with the fishing weights now because a lot of them are not lead.
Yeah, they started switching to zinc.
Yeah, they're going to be hard, and that's going to be a problem.
That's going to be a really bad problem.
Yeah. Black powder ball is one of the best choices. A little harder to measure those, but they do elongate a little bit as you drive them through the barrel anyway, and there's usually enough there to measure.
Well, John, I have a prediction to make that if you fix his gun, he'll hook you up with some lead. And we all need some soft lead in our life. Some wheel weights is some of
there's Dave.
Just too hard. I was just seeing that. Dave, I sent you a text, brother. Been worried about you, man. Ain't heard from you all week. That ain't like us not to talk. So glad to see you out there, buddy. I hope everything's okay. Rebel, we hope your wife is going to be okay. That's the second time I saw her in the comments earlier, and we're going to add her to our prayer list, man.
Absolutely.
The prayer list is getting long, fellas.
Boy.
And Rebel, if you need me, holler at me, brother. Tread. Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah, my buddy's kid showed up here about 2 months ago. He says, I got something for you, Uncle Bry. He hands me a 40-pound or 50-pound roll of flashing he found on the side of the highway.
Oh, boy.
Must have fallen off somebody's truck. He brought it right to me.
That's a quick thinking kid right there.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Dave, that doesn't sound good. I hope you're on the mend.
I do too. Thank you, Mr. Highboy. We appreciate that. And Mr. Pollard, I said earlier this evening, and I talked to Willie. It was a little bit after 11 on the East Coast last night, but yeah, I just he's doing better. He doesn't have good service in the room he's in now, and I hesitate to say this, but I think he's in. I don't know for sure, so I probably shouldn't say it. But y'all are asking, so I think he's in ICU, but I'm not sure. He's in his own private room. I know that. So, and he's still got a lot of tests to go through. I don't think so, preacher, because 357 bore is 357. A 38 bore is 38 point something something something.
The thing with that is handy rifles came in 38.55, so I would just look for a barrel.
Yeah.
But yes, it could be reamed. The bigger issue is a lot of the 357s came on an SB1 frame, and you don't want to put something like that on an SB1 frame. You want an SB2. So it's a different frame. The material's different.
Okay. I don't even know what that means, G23, but that's good to know. Thanks. And Tread says 3855 is 375.
Well, it is now. The older ones were 378,
Okay.
but they were all over. It depended on who you got.
Yeah.
Winchester was one, Marlin was another. It was a big nightmare with that one. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Maximum's an easy one to convert it to.
Maximum is very similar to the
Legend.
350 Legend, and yeah, it breaks my heart that they made that Legend a 9mm instead of a 357.
Yep.
And I know it's a fairly minor thing unless you want to run some jacketed bullets through your sizer, and I don't advise that. That's going to cause them to separate. So,
Yeah. George Boy, my Henry 3855 is also 377.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to have to bid y'all good night. I'm exhausted. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. I'm just going to have to say good night. I'm going to listen to you until I go to bed. I'll mute myself so you don't hear me snore.
Okay, Kyle. I hope you get a good night's sleep, buddy.
Good night,
Sounds
Kyle.
like you need it.
Hope you
good
feel
night,
better.
brother.
Oh, I feel fine. I'm just exhausted. All right, I'm going to stand by.
See you, man.
Good night, brother.
Good night.
Yeah, and Thor's axe. I don't know whether it's experiencing something of a resurgence, but I've run into a few people over this last year, Georgia Boy being one of them, that picked up the 3855. I wouldn't have one if I hadn't inherited that old ideal reloading tool that I showed you guys one time that was for 3855, and I've reconditioned that mold and tool, and that, well, what now what? I started hunting around for a rifle for it, and I ended up with that side gate Henry Big Boy 3855, and it's a fun cartridge to shoot.
Yeah, it's a nice caliber.
Henry was making some of those for a while.
Yeah, that's what mine is. Mine's the Henry.
Oh, you're gonna like it, Mark. 350 Legends a fun caliber.
There you go.
Cranky. Cranky says short people don't have ground clearance for lever guns.
Those two got a romance kind of thing going on. You'll like 350 Legend, and there's some people that can use it deer hunting, and I can only use that kind of stuff, the straight wall cartridges.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
George Boy, the 4570 has made an incredible comeback, has it not? And I would like to see that in 3855 and the 32 special, as Thorzak's talking about. There you go.
Go ahead, Critter. What's your question?
My excuse, preacher, is I was born 100 years too late, but I'm glad I was. Grown men don't pretend to be cowboys. So harsh from a man of the cloth, is it not?
Right. Yeah, don't say that to the cowboy action shooters.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah. I do want a Colts gun, though. I think those are absolutely awesome. Not that I would shoot skeet with it or anything, but Kingpin, you being awful quiet over there, brother.
Yeah. Sometimes I do that. The little barkeep. I know it's not exactly a cowboy gun, but the Ruger barkeep. I've been seeing a lot of videos on that recently. That's a neat little gun.
Okay, this is my question about that. Does it have the rod that you can slide down the barrel to unload it? It's not like that Heritage barkeep where you have to put a stick through the chamber to unload it, is it?
The Ruger Wrangler bird's head, if that's what you're talking about, has a ejector under the barrel,
Right,
like a
under the
typical
barrel,
single
right.
action.
Yeah, it's same as like the Wrangler and the single sixes.
Yeah, the barkeep has a little rod. The barkeep is a Heritage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh right, yeah. I'm sorry, my bad.
it's a good looking little gun.
Mark Thomas has a whole bunch of
Yeah, he does.
the barkeep in 32 and whatnot.
I've got a Ruger Wrangler bird's head on order, so we'll see what happens when it comes in. Actually, I ordered a consecutive numbered pair.
Oh, fun.
We'll see. I don't in burnt bronze.
What is the price on those similar to what the Wrangler price is?
Yeah, it's the Wranglers are running right around 2, and the bird's heads
Right.
are just over 220.
Yeah, that would be cool. So Mark says he has both and loves them both. Well, dang, Ozark, I'll drive out there and meet you, man. I don't know. Do we really need a 10 gauge?
Oh yeah, 10 gauges are fun.
So John has a
Oh, he's got a Wrangler.
Oh,
I got all single sixes. I got a single 9. I got all of those. I like the look of that bird's head, and I bought a 327, bought a pair of those too a couple years ago, so they'll fit in the same holsters.
I might have missed it. I apologize, but did you see that Critter put his question up there? Or
No, I was waiting for it. I didn't see it.
it's not exactly a question. I guess he's just like explaining his situation.
Say that again. Who are we looking for?
Critter,
Oh, yeah.
Critter 9A. It says,
2107.
I've run into a bulge case 2 times, but it's at the base of the case. One was able to, I guess, get resized out, but the other I cannot.
You run it if you have a small base die for 223, you can run it through that. That might take care of it. It's just a fat chamber, whatever it was fired in.
I'm sorry I missed that, Critter. Thanks for waking me up there. So what are we talking? Oh, that's a 300 blackout case question. Okay. I got nothing for that, man. There's MCK back. Boy, you gonna get fired? Yeah, man. I hope to do some good turkey hunting.
Now, is turkey like deer, where you can only plug a few every season, or can you just shoot everyone that you see, kind of like the smaller birds?
No, it's got to be a tom. You can't shoot the hens.
Yeah.
You can't. You can shoot a Jake, but I wouldn't.
But you could come out of the woods with 10 of them if you saw 10 of them.
No, we have a 2 bird limit in Georgia now.
Most states do.
It was 3 for the longest time, but they changed it to 2 because the population is going down. I think it's going down because of coyotes.
We used to be able to shoot hens here in the fall, but only toms in the spring. And Critter, I know it's a 300 blackout case, but it's short enough that you can run it through a small base 223 and possibly iron out that swelling you're having at the web, which is what's causing your problem.
My problem, John, with the Ruger made Marlin so far is the price. The manufacturer suggested retail price of $1,449, and I understand you're gonna be able to buy them a little cheaper than that.
I
But
thought it was 900 and something.
the one I saw was, of course, now this was a big loop stainless with a
I think they only got one so far they've released.
yeah, and it was.
They're going for like $2,000 on Gunbroker, but that's a different story.
It was a laminated stock, and they said the MSRP was $1,449.
Tread, I'm thinking that it's most of the cases you'd get when you're creating cases for 300 blackout are range pickups or once fired. So who knows what that gun was fired in? It could be machine gun brass. Who knows what it is, where it was fired? So it probably was just a matter of that chamber was generous, or the load was so hot. Who knows? It's all speculation. We never will know, but that's probably what it is.
I'll call you, Ozark. Any sex in the fall? Man, mainly y'all must have a bunch of birds up there. Yeah, I know, Pastor. I Thanks, Thorzax and JCM. We appreciate that.
If I can remember tomorrow, Critter, I'll do a little video for you and throw it up on Rumble, what I'm talking about.
Ours is Tom's only, and we get 2 birds. And our season's in the spring during the mating season, and it's so beautiful out there. And you'll be out there. Blasphemy, Pastor. Blasphemy.
What are you saying here, George boy? Who are you calling skinnies? What I want to know. Nobody here. Man bun Marlins.
Bun Marlins.
Pretty sure it's one thing I've never worn is skinny jeans.
George boy, this might make y'all mad, but the last 336 I bought, chambered in 3030, JM stamp, made in 1974, slick as a whistle, $250. Cranky, come on. Yeah, those black lever guns are, yeah. There you go. I should find that and play it for you, G23. I got a clip. Anyway. Yeah, that was about a year before COVID, Big E. You can't do that anymore.
Mm-mm.
You can't do that anymore. So they're trying to help out our buddy Critter, which is what we do. I do too, Dave, but the reason is because the Winchesters come out the top. So they kind of come right back in your face if you're deer hunting. That's probably not good. And then I think they made, after Marlins got so popular, didn't they change it to an angled ejection? I don't know.
Yeah, they did it a couple of reasons. You know, they could put scopes and wouldn't hit the scopes, and
Yeah. I'm going to invite a couple of more guys if y'all want to come in.
good night, preacher.
Preacher leaving us.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
gonna turn.
I thought AR was going to join us tonight.
He said he wasn't feeling good, or he had some congestion or something. He didn't want to talk.
Yeah.
Man. And he also said last night that everybody was and his family was sick with that stuff. So there's the crazy Scotsman. What's going on, man? I'm probably going to have to talk to you, Scotsman. My buddy Kevin's brother-in-law passed away. He's got a 6-inch 686, but I don't know what version it is. So yeah, I might need to get a value. and I'll find out what dash number it is. He said it was beautiful and it's a 6-inch. Uh-oh.
Well, that's not good, Vanessa.
Mm-mm.
Hope it comes out clear.
Wow. Jeez.
Critter says he can show us the case if you want to put him on. Send him a link.
I'll back off here and stay in the side chat for a while and give you a couple more boys some room up there.
We got room. We only got 4.
We got room. We only got 4, man.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find Critter's email.
You just have to might change your name to Little Mo. That's all. That's the thing I like about the Marlins over the Winchesters. And my favorite lever is a 92 Winchester, hands down, bar none. But the Winchesters are cut only for the open sights, so they have a little more drop in the stock. So their recoil is just a little bit more pronounced than in the Marlins. The Marlins are a little bit nicer to shoot. Good night, Chris.
Good night, Chris. There you go. Buzz can miss with a Marlin or a Winchester. One of the things I like is what old Jim Fleming says on the podcast. You can't miss them fast enough to kill them. So, yeah.
Yep.
So, the point of that being accuracy is more important than velocity. And velocity is a result of pressure. If you remember that, guys, you'll save yourself some heartaches.
I agree, Georgia boy. I like a straight stock too. Same with a shotgun. I like a straight stock over a pistol grip.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like the pistol grip stocks better. I don't know why.
So it makes the world go round. If we were all the same, we'd be a boring place.
Yeah, and that's why they make so many different ones, right?
It's the truth.
Yeah. I'm just glad it's not like it was back in the day when Ford first started making T models, and he said you can have it
Any way you want, as long as it's black. Any color you want, as long as it's black.
Dang, George boy, I did not.
Finn Wolf, Finn Bear.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They weren't that expensive in the day, but they sure shot up. Yeah, it looked a lot like an 88 Winchester. There he is.
Cooked Mo.
Old Burkfoot.
Hey, Critter.
Okay. I'm not sure if you can really see it this way, but there's a lip on it, right at the base of it, before it gets down to the lip, the ring.
There's like a little line.
Yeah.
That's probably from your die trying to size it down. And I would guess that case is probably way overloaded. I would just toss it.
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't even play with it, especially if it's only a couple.
the second one, the first one it started. The other one I was able to get rid of, but I don't know, for some odd reason, I cannot get that little line out of it.
Yeah, I get that every once in a while with Magnum cases. It's almost like you're peeling back the brass when you resize it. And it's because it was way over pressured when it was fired originally. So as long as it's only a couple, just toss them out. It's 223 case. They're dime for 100. They're cheap.
Well, I mean, I paid $90 for 500 of them.
Oh, wish I'd have known. I sent you some. I got buckets and buckets and buckets.
Well, the guy that I dealt with,
Mhm.
I've sent him a couple back and said, hey, look, you shortchanged me about 10 of them. So he sent me 250 more. Okay, thank
You
you.
may know. You're ahead of the game. Yeah, that's what I think, Marvin. You have no way to know where they're out of. You know what gun they're shot in. It could very well be machine gun ammo, and they're loaded hot.
At 30 cal?
30 machine gun, 2 to 3 machine gun, sure.
I just haven't seen it. That's all.
Yeah.
It probably was it could have been a 5.56 machine gun round and got turned into a 300 blackout.
Yeah.
I have a link. I have a friend with a contact, and I get brass out of Quantico, and I got a load of 10 millimeter one time, and it was all HK, so it was all lines down. They have a fluted chamber, so it was all lines down the cases. So they were marked up for a while. So you never know where the stuff's coming from when you buy it like that, you know.
That's fact. Some of the Seiko rifles I'm looking at nowadays, Mr. Junkie, are well over $2,000.
I mean, I try to reuse as much as possible. I'll screw with it until I get it ready, right. But something like this, I just can't figure out how to get it fixed.
Yeah, I think it's stressed brass. I wouldn't take a chance with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so much for that.
There it goes.
Oh, and hi, Vanessa.
Look coming in the house, y'all. Look coming in the house.
Oh, Chico!
Oh, it's Chico.
What's happening, my brother?
What's going on, guys?
How are you, man?
Ooh, I'm tired. How about y'all, man?
I'm
Living
tired.
the dream.
Glad it's Friday.
It's going to be tough on a Friday night for you East Coaster guys. 'Cause, you know, at this time of night, the end of the week, and you guys all been working hard.
I literally got off at 26 minutes ago.
Wow.
Yeah, we got 5 guys out on COVID, so.
Oh, boy.
My buddy said he had 10 people Monday morning out on COVID in his shop. He's got 60 something employees.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for us, and it's extended weekend because of the King holidays. So, you know, people trying to get their
Maybe,
vehicles
maybe
serviced.
Fred. I never tried it, but maybe it should. Why not? It should. But I think in Critter's case, it's literally a way over pressured case, because I don't know if you've ever seen it, but sometimes you get a case that's just so big when you resize it, it actually peels the brass from the case down. It leaves a line where your sizing die stopped.
Yeah, it's right
It's
into the
It's just way over pressured.
shell holder. It's right at the shell holder.
Yeah. Sometimes that whole case head can swell, so it won't even fit in the shell holder.
Well, it's
I've
just
seen-
odd. I've never seen
seen
that.
that.
Before. And I'm like, I've never seen it do that before.
Yep. I got a bunch in one time that they wouldn't even fit in shell holders. The case head was so swelled from high pressure. Yep.
Yeah.
Dave says it right. The life's too
Yeah.
short. Just pitch it. It's just
Yeah.
a piece of brass.
I got enough brass. I can make an ashtray.
I've seen guys with a crucible melting it down and making some neat stuff out of it.
Or I can just take it all down to the recycle center and get some money out of it.
Yep, that's what I do.
Buzz, don't start that now. Let me tell you something. Our buddy Nathan used to be on here with us every Friday night till he got married, right, Chico?
I ain't got no comment. Nathan's a good dude, man. I love Nathan, man.
I do too, but the last time I saw Nathan, it was on a milk carton.
Nathan's probably out there watching discreetly.
Well, I would like to think that he at least watches a few of them on reruns and stuff like that.
Oh, I fluxed my case. Fluxed my lead dust yesterday within the pot, and I said, "What the hell?" So I put the mold on top of it while the fire was cooking. I thought I'd smoke it again. The fire went out. I stuck my mold back up under there, started filling up the mold. What was strange is when I filled up the mold and pulled it out, it was still bubbling. And I'm like, it couldn't have gotten hotter if you just fluxing it.
Could have been something in
it was boiling over.
Could have been something in the
I'm like,
smoke.
what the hell's going on? I did this, and I got the only part that's not protected because I was wearing the whole cowl. It's the top of my foot. That I couldn't get the sock off fast enough.
Yeah.
Must have been something else in there.
Casting in flip flops can be as much fun as welding in flip flops.
I miss old Nathan. I need to call him up.
Stewart County Ballistics. There he is.
Yeah, Stewart County Ballistics. I'm gonna come up there. Hey, Chico, how about a road trip up to Tennessee gun country to get some of them primers they got up there?
I like primers.
I need primers.
Oh man, I haven't been shooting. Normally I was for a hot second. I was shooting every week, and I've got a few primers I can go shoot with. But it's been so with the holidays and stuff like that. So, but I should have went yesterday, but I was too tired, man. So I'll probably start back next week at the indoor range. But so they got primers up in Tennessee, huh?
Yeah, he did a video tonight. He was showing them off.
Nice. JCM 45. I forget it, but I'm subscribed to it. Georgia Boy knows the name of it, but we might can get him on if everybody goes over there subscribe to his motorcycle channel. Like Where's Nathan? If y'all remember the Where's Cranky video.
Maybe we need to do everybody do a short.
He might pop on one day.
Maybe if like 60 guys put up a 1 minute video. Do y'all remember the reloading press? He went and started making motorcycle videos, and now we can't even see him on a motorcycle channel. Yeah, but he's doing Walter. He's doing the dual sport thing.
He's got some awesome views. I watched a few of those videos, like his like I want to say sightseeing, because he's going off road. It's some amazing views of the country, so to speak.
I did quite a bit of that on my big BMW adventure bike. Rode up to Prudhoe Bay and back, and down into Mexico and into Central America, whatnot. When I was young enough to get away with that kind of stuff, but I'm sitting on a sport tour now, and that's enough for me. No more off road. My knees and my spine won't take it.
Yeah, there's a reason I ride a Harley. I'm not sure why it is, but I do know that there's a reason.
Well, it's cool.
I boy out there says 2,000 small rifle primers. That's nice.
That's cool.
I need 300 more large pistol primers. I've got 745 ACPs done out of 1,000.
Nice.
Thanks, Scotsman.
John's hand loading. I seen that. Oh no, I didn't. I seen CFE 223 today on Brownells. But you said pistol. I'm sorry. So yeah, Brownells is keeping the powder and some small rifle primers, those military ones. But it's hard for me to buy those military rifle primers.
$100.
The 41s?
Yeah. I don't need them that bad, so to speak. I don't need them that bad.
It's a chore for me to even convince myself to pay $70-something for regular primers.
Yes, sir, reloader. Stack them wide and deep.
You ain't wrong, buddy.
I bought them by the case when I was buying them.
Yeah, I did too. And I got down to where, I thought I only had 2 years worth left and started looking for them. I found a few here and there that I thought I could justify paying the price for, but I didn't want to buy too many at today's market.
Right. Hopefully. So some of you, I don't want to say, some of you wiser guys, I don't want to say older, some of you wiser guys have been through something similar like this before. And I'm subscribed to a lot of channels that, they were like, oh, you should have bought them then. You should have bought it. So hopefully this stuff will turn around eventually. I don't know how long it's going to take, but hopefully. But I will never be caught like this again. If it ever, turns around.
It'll happen again. This is not even the second time that us wiser guys have been through this.
When Clinton was voted in, I used a credit card and I spent about $3,000 on primers and powder and all kinds of stuff. And then I did it again when Obama got in. And I don't use credit cards for that stuff. If I don't buy it cash, if I don't have cash, I don't buy it. Right. But I use credit cards those times, and that carried me through. And
when I get that chance, if I'm able to get something that's cheaper or decent price, I'm buying as many as I can. Then I'm freezing or vacuum packing them.
That's
right. It lasts a long, long time.
JCM, that's what we're seeing around here for a pound of primer, a pound of powder. I'm used to $30 to $35. That's right, high boy. It will happen again.
And James Pollard, I think he has a good relevant comment. And I kind of, from everything I've been hearing, and this has been the worst, so I've heard.
Well, I'm gonna drop out. Listen to y'all.
All right, Critter.
Okay, Critter, good to see you, man.
I couldn't figure this thing out.
Yeah, that's it.
See you later, buddy.
Good night, man.
Way back in the side chat.
Yeah, Thor's X. I'll tell you, back when I guess in Obama, when the 22s shortage happened, I made sure to buy plenty 22s. But at the time, I wasn't really loading. I wasn't reloading. I was thinking about the thought of it. Now, I wish I would have been buying primers like I was buying 22. And but just like you said, like a lot of people saying, so now but
doesn't do you any good today, does it?
Right. A lot of us take for granted, and even me myself, because I would see primers at my local academy and I'd be like, man, all them primers, I'm good. All I need is 1,000, and then I'll go a week later, I'll go buy another 1,000. And when everything happened, my I guess my considerate self was saying, I'm gonna leave these 1,000 because I think I went and bought like 1,000. They had 2,000 on the shelf, and I was like, I should have bought all 2,000 of them, but I was trying to be considerate. I was like, I'm gonna leave this for somebody, which nobody's in my area who I know. I should have bought them all, but yeah,
no more being
considerate.
Mr. Nice Guys. Nice guys finish last.
Well, me and Jamie split some stuff one time back when we came back from the range day event. They had clearance powder, and I pretty much bought all their clearance powder they had down at Mouse Pond and Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had Winchester 296 for like $14 a pound. I was called Jamie. I was like, you want some of this? I'm buying it. I'm about to buy it all. So.
But see, that works both ways. When Chico finds a deal, he'll call me. I find a deal, I'll call him.
Yep, because Jamie found primers, those Tula primers, which are excellent primers, at least for my my experience.
Yeah, well, during the Clinton administration, when things were thin, and we could still get Tula primers, shipped into this country, we all bought a bunch of them.
And they were cheap. They were like $15 to $17 1,000.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they worked just fine. They went bang just like everything else. But that for quite a while back then, that was all you could lay your hands on. And everybody, or at least everybody I know, we were kind of, I don't know, they're Russian primers. Who knows how good they're gonna be? And then we just kind of looked at it and said, it doesn't matter. That's what's there. Go get them.
It goes bang, yeah.
Well,
I just finished my last box of them I don't know, a couple months ago, 3 months ago or so.
Well,
My last litter went.
what happened on that deal, reason I was able to get them is my local gun store bought a reloading shop out.
No.
They had stacks and stacks of RCBS dies. They had what we bought. What we bought 2,000 of those primers and split them 3,000.
Like 2,500, but they were small rifle Magnum.
Some of them were, and some of them were regular, and we split
Yeah.
those magnums up. Remember, we had 500 a piece of the.
Yeah, and I think this was right before the the whole thing went, for everything hit the fan like it did.
And then I found this stuff right here.
Yep, we split some of that too.
I gave Chico half of it. Let me do this. Let me
700X or 800X. I forget which one.
That's 800, isn't it?
800X.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get you. Can y'all see that? Barely. Maybe. No.
No
Nope.
focus.
Focus.
A little white square.
Focus.
Stick it in some more. Oh, well, push it up some more. Let's say don't stick it in some more. Is that $25? What is that?
$65.
Yeah.
So we got 4 pounds of 800X for so it was
$32 a pound. Yeah.
$32.50 for 2 pounds. So I'll take that deal all day.
Last spring, my gun club had, I don't know, 4 or 5 8-pound kegs of 700X for $144. So I bought 8 pounds of it. Once guys said, "Well, what are you doing with that, Walter? You're not shooting shotguns." Most of the reloading components they keep out there for the shotguns. And I said, "What do you want with this?" I said, You don't shoot shotgun. And I said, "No, this is one of the more versatile pistol powders there is. You start looking through the manuals, and just about every caliber's got a load for 700X and 800X, another good one." But so I grabbed it, and then a couple of the other boys heard me say that, and they grabbed a couple more. I should have bought 2 kegs of it, but I've been shooting out a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, 700X and 800X is excellent shotgun, 9mm, 40 Smith and Wesson for 45 ACP. I really like power pistol. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm liking power pistol more and more.
Me too.
Meter's good. Doesn't give you pressure spikes. I haven't seen it. It's getting me some crazy numbers with 10mm. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I remember that video not long ago you did, and you were getting some unbelievable velocities out of that stuff.
I haven't tried the power pistol. I've tried the sports pistol. I think they're made by the same company, Alliant, right? Alliant.
Yeah, I think so.
I've never
Sports
used
pistol is a little newer as far as their, I want to say their design or whatever, their chemistry is kind of like a newer, and I think it was specifically or geared toward the coated bullets. So I purchased that. I think I purchased a couple pounds. I purchased 1 pound, and then I ran some loads one time, and I seen it somewhere else, and I purchased another pound of it.
Yeah. I can see how power pistol would be good in 9. I didn't particularly care for it in 40, and I don't know why. But yeah,
I use it in the 40. I use it in 10mm 40, 38 Super, 38 380 ACP.
Yeah, you got to love a powder that's got some versatility to it, particularly in these times, because you never know what you're going to be able to get your hands on. If you're short on powder, I'm not short on anything right now. I got most of my powders that I've got lots of are old school. I got lots of Unique and lots of Bullseye and lots of Tight Group, and believe it or not, lots of Trail Boss. I don't know why I have so much Trail Boss, but I probably got 12 pounds of Trail Boss sitting on the shelf, and that's enough Trail Boss to last a lifetime.
Your 4440 ought to like it.
Yeah, I plan on shooting some Trail Boss loads through there, and probably we'll use quite a bit of that 700X through there for the those lower end loads. 700X, kind of a fluffy-ish powder. It's not real. It's not like Trail Boss, but if you're going to use a light load, it's not a very dense powder at all. And Walk said, yeah, it's good for a 45 Colt too, and it is.
So who can tell us how many thumbs up we got tonight, guys? Are we boring y'all?
Looks like 42. Oh, and I'm sorry, 47.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
42 watching, 47 thumbs up.
Maybe we can get 3 more and get up to 50 thumbs up. That would be cool.
My screen shows 52 thumbs up.
Nice. What's up, King
All
Fan, bro?
right.
You quiet over there. I didn't know you were here.
Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Now look, I got a question for those that are not so wise like I was. So some of the guys who ain't been doing it as long. So the last time I purchased primers, during these times, I think I made a video or a short or somewhere. I try to take advantage of the hazmat, and if I'm purchasing primers, I'm purchasing powder, even if it's something I haven't used. So, because the specific powder I was looking for, I may not have seen it. So I think I purchased some Ram Shot Competition, and at Brownells you can purchase 2. So I think I purchased 2 of those and 2 of the 800X or 700X, which the opposite one of what Jamie just showed. The last time I purchased primers, just because of the hazmat fee. So
yeah, if nothing else, it's good trading material with some of your buddies.
Right.
You got it in the house, and they've got something in the house. You just go, trade off.
Because I figure out, I've got so many load manuals and even quick loads. I've said I've got to be able to find data, and if not, maybe it'll work for a caliber that I have.
Yeah, 700X, you can't go wrong with that. If you get more than you can use of that stuff, let me know. I'll buy some off of you.
I think it was 800X what I bought, because they had that and they had some Ram Shot stuff, Competition or Silhouette or something. It was one of those I purchased. But because Brownells on their primers, they had a limit of 2, and their powder, they had a limit of 2, versus like Midway only have a limit of 1. So I was like, the better deal for the hazmat, I'm going to get hit with the hazmat anyway. So I kind of just bought like 4 pounds of powder and 2,000 primers when they had them.
Right.
Ocean, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong at all, buddy. That needs to go the way of the dodo bird. Is that a thing? People still say that? Where did that come from?
Some old wise guy, as Chico would say. But you're right. Yeah, it's just another way to extract money from us,
There's nothing hazardous about shipping a 2.5 pound tub of pistol powder.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, scientifically, and statistically, there's not. You could take one of them jugs and put it in an airplane and fly it back and forth across the country until the world comes to an end, and nothing will ever happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that UPS and the carriers aren't treating that package any different than they are a package full of hair curlers for the missus or something. It's coming on the same truck, being tossed around by the same guys. It's not like they're loading it into a special safe box or something in the truck.
Well, it's not like powder is. I'm sorry, King Man. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I just accidentally hit the button. My bad.
Well, I was just going to agree with you. You got this inside these plastic canisters, whatever you want to call them, 20-pound kegs, whatever. That's packaged in packing material, and it's inside a cardboard box, and that box is taped up and sealed to the outside world. So how can a spark get on that powder? How is it a hazardous material?
Right.
Well, and that's the problem, is when they classify hazardous materials, they classify them individually. They generally don't classify. We got a flint over here, we got some steel over here, and we got some gunpowder over here. So therefore, this shipment container is now hazardous. They say this A, boom, hazardous right there. And then it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. When we're talking about stuff like powder, I mean, obviously, if you're talking about nuclear waste or, biochemical stuff or whatever from hospitals, yeah.
But you know what? Every hazmat package I've ever bought, the box has never been dented up. Versus if I've ordered something else, I've gotten some stuff in from different suppliers, not hazmat related. The box has been a little banged up, but every hazmat box, powder promise, it like it rolled out the factory. It's not a crease in the box or nothing. So maybe they're a little safer with it. I don't know. Because the drivers, they probably don't know. They probably think if they drop it, it'll blow, So I don't know. I can tell you one thing. I bought some powder from American Reloading, and they don't charge a hazmat. The price is included with the price. Let's say the hazmat's included with the price. So.
Now, see, I agree with that right there too, Ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, primed cases. Yeah. Primed cases are not a problem. They're not hazmat.
Right.
And that seems weird to me. But if you buy primers and have it shipped to your house, it's all about that hazmat. So it's 9 minutes till, so we probably should start going through the room and wrapping this puppy up, letting these nice people that come spend their Friday nights with us, start getting on with their weekend. Chico, what you working on, bud?
What I need to be working on, I need to condense some wheel weights. I'm like overdue for a smelting video, so to speak, or just really, it don't even have to be a video. I need to smelt down wheel weights because I'm running out of space, so to speak, or it's in the way. So I kind of need to condense everything. I may do that maybe tomorrow, depending on how what the boss has on his mind. Let's say that, because he wants to do everything on a Saturday. But that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do some smelting, smelt down some wheel weights, and maybe I'll put a video up on here. Maybe it'll get strike down. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see. What about Kingpin? What you got going on this weekend, brother?
Very little until the snow comes. I'll be on snow duty, so just waiting to see what happens with that.
Cool.
Thanks for them thumbs up, guys.
Wow, 62.
Yeah.
Kingpin, we appreciate you being on here with us, man.
Yeah, no, thank you, and everybody out in the chat tonight was cool. I counted on my screen there was 62 people here at one time, and according to the screen right now on mine, we have 63 thumbs up. So thank you everybody for.
That's great.
That's great. Yep, that's really good. It's a big number.
Thanks for the support, guys.
Definitely.
Moled's better. What's going on with you? Obviously, we know what you're working on. The 4440, I'm taking it.
Well, yeah, but after Chico mentioned it, I got 100 pounds of range scrap sitting in the garage too that I had to smelt down and, like you said, condense it into some ingots that are stackable and storable, because I keep kicking those buckets, and you don't want to kick a bucket full of lead. They're right in the way. So I don't know if I'll get that done this weekend. I've been putting it off, but I'm gonna load up a little bit more ammo for the 4440. I got some loaded already, and so I'm gonna go shoot that new revolver tomorrow. And that means, and I've got four guns sitting that I shot this week that need to be cleaned. So that'll be 5, plus I'll probably take another one. So I'll spend tomorrow afternoon cleaning firearms. But other than that, not a whole lot. Get out and get some exercise in the morning, go for a walk if it's not raining. That'll be it. Maybe ride the bike on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, my bike's kind of put up right now.
Yeah, well, California, we don't have any water, so we get to ride the motorcycles 365 pretty much if we want to.
Not us here.
Yeah, I know.
CW's starting to put out some more videos, y'all. You
He's
check
been
them
busy.
out on YouTube and on Rumble.
Yep.
So
Yep, I
yeah,
have.
support Rumble.
Yeah, we kind of talked that one through the last couple of chats. It's not the cure all end all for sure. Maybe in another 3 or 4 weeks, after we've been on there for a while, we can come back and talk about the holes in it and what we need to look for that's better than Rumble. I found a few holes already that I'm sure you guys have.
Yeah, I'd like to know how to edit.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm still new there too, so I'm like, like on YouTube, if you put out a video or if you comment on a video, like there's not a notification button. At least I haven't seen it, and I'm not using the app. But they probably will upgrade. If y'all remember when StreamYard first came out, StreamYard was horrible, and now they've added more features, and it's kind of same. Anything new comes out, so hopefully they'll upgrade or add some additional features, because I'm still learning, and it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
how do I find comments? So
Right. So what else you got going, CW? You gonna build a base for that oven this weekend? Or?
Yeah, I'm still working on my. I started moving bullets and brass around with my cubicle I made, so I'm gonna finish that. I gotta organize jacketed rifle bullets. I got I don't know, about 12 new boxes of bullets, and I gotta find space for them. So I gotta organize, and then I want to build that shelving unit for the powder coating ovens, so I don't have that catastrophe again. And this is the. You want to blow me up there, Jamie? This is the Lee 312-452. I'm sorry, Lee 312-155-2R that I cut the gas check shank out of. So now it's a plain base bullet, which is a lot easier to deal with. With the velocity ranges I'm shooting this in the blackout, it's going to be just fine.
I don't even know what that means. I've only got one video loaded up over there, but I hope to have some more this weekend. I'm going to try to do a kind of a shotgun. I've been working on it for a while. It's time for me to get it all together and get that video made and done with. But yeah, we appreciate all you guys coming over and visiting with us on Friday nights, and to have 63 to 65 thumbs up. Maybe that'll make some folks pay attention to our community and realize that we're not all bad.
Right.
Hi Boy, he has a video over on Rumble about it. Don't you, CW?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them over there. High Boy's got a bunch of. He's got a couple channels.
No, I said
No.
you have a video about cutting that gas check shank out of that motor.
Yes. Yeah, not this one, but a different one. I was going to do another one, but I figured it was kind of redundant. It's exactly the same process.
Right.
But I put up 2 videos to Rumble today. One to YouTube. First one to YouTube in quite a while.
Yeah. You got out of YouTube jail, didn't you?
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to be working on tomorrow. I got some stuff. I got to get my Sunday school lesson together. Got to meet some friends for lunch at the Italian place, Chico. What's the name of it? Olive Garden. Yeah, there. So
don't get cranky started. That's not Italian, man. That's what he'll tell you. I know what you mean, though.
Salt factory there.
well, that's where I'm meeting them for lunch, and it's the restaurant. But anyway, Guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We hope the Lord blesses y'all all real good. Check us out over on check out High Boys Forum. Yeah, they are y'all like that. Check us out over on Rumble, the Reloaders Network. Some of us are going to Utreon. Did I say that right? G23 and Odyssey. Is that one of them? Some of them are landing on. So yeah, man. Ocean likes Olive Garden. So good night, Mark, and we hope Lord blesses y'all all real good. And if He's willing, we'll see y'all again next Friday night at 8 o'clock. If you need to get in touch with us, send us an email at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. Till then, God bless you. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.